So today we're going to be playing Batman, the video game. We're actually going to be playing 4 Batman games on the Game Boy. Larry Bundy Jr., one of our video game experts over in the UK, decided to give me a little heads up on these games. You can see here we have the title screen. It's Batman. Push start. As you can see here, just like the Spider-Man games, we have a little cutscene before the game begins. A little bit of a story behind the whole game. And we are going to Gotham City, as you can see here. And this is the game right here. It appears to be a platformer. This game right here, graphically, does not look really too impressive. So hopefully the gameplay makes up for that. Although this is one of the earlier Game Boy titles, so it really doesn't look that bad, I guess. You can actually tell that's Batman. You can see the little bat ears on top of him. Whoa, what the hell is that? As you can see here, we have some type of blocks here. I believe if you shoot these blocks, you get special powers. Yep. Special powers or more points. Of course, these guys right here you have to kill. This appears to be very, very playable in comparison to the Spider-Man games. This game appears to be very, very well done. As you can see there, you can get a heart. Might be some life, but you have to shoot these boxes in order to get the heart. So this is only the first level of the game, and the game appears to be nothing but just a simple platformer, and this appears to be the end of the level right here. Yep. How awesome is that? And here we have the second level right here. The first level was pretty much easy as hell. You can sleep through it with no problem. The platformer seemed pretty decent. You have to watch out with these guys. Because it appears on this level you have to use a little bit more calculation and be careful where you're jumping. It's a lot more easier to get shot in this level than the previous level. Man, what the hell is that thing? This one actually controls it very, very well. You can jump and land exactly where you want to land. So as you can see here, this is one jump that you actually have to blow up those boxes in order to make it to the other side. Because if you don't, you're going to end up falling down that hole right there. As you can see, even with the boxes falling up, I did not make it. I'm going to say that overall, this game, it's definitely one of the better platformers on Game Boy. Usually, movie, comic games back then were really not that great. This is a rare exception. This game was actually pretty decent on the Game Boy. The controls are very decent, and the gameplay is actually not that bad at all. I would definitely recommend getting this on Game Boy. I had no idea that this game was even that good. And here we have our second Batman game on the Game Boy. It's Return of the Joker. As you can see there, it was released in 1992 by Sunsoft, same company that made the first game. It's probably going to be just like the first game, but with some improvements. Let's check it out. This one actually has an option menu. I love option menus. Let's check that out first. And in the option menu right here, we have pretty much a simplistic option menu. Easy, hard, and normal, whatever the case may be. And we have a sound test. As you can see here, we have a little, what appears to be a stage select screen right here. And there is no introduction before this game, it's just a stage select. And the graphics definitely look better than the first game. And this appears to be a platformer as well. And this is pretty cool, you can actually jump right off the walls here. You have to give Sunsoft credit. Instead of sticking with the same stuff they had before, they actually took the effort to actually make something even better. What appears to be better. You can see there, I just went down the hole right there, and you had the water effects was actually pretty good on that. As you saw, the water actually splashed. As you can see here, you can swing off the top of the stage, just like Spider-Man. It actually looks better than Spider-Man. Those developers that developed the Spider-Man game should have took a little bit of notes from Sunsoft. So here there's a little bit of a beat 'em up aspect in this game where you have to kick these guys' asses. And they keep coming out of the sewer. You see here there's water in the game that you have to get out of here. This game does appear to be a little bit harder than the first one. I just got a game over, so the difficulty on this game is definitely harder than the first one, but it definitely doesn't make the game bad at all, because the game appears to be very, very well developed. Now, one thing that I just learned about this is if you double jump right here, you can actually shoot out what appears to be some type of a hook. Well, actually, if you push the up button, it actually triggers the hook to come out. The wall jumping does kind of remind me of Ninja Gaiden. And you can see there, I just almost died, but somehow I saved my ass. It's pretty cool. I'd say overall, the game is, for me, it's a little difficult because it's my first time playing it. Even the first stage itself is pretty difficult. Whether or not it's as good as the first one, I say it probably is as good as the first one. It appears to be very, very solid gameplay. So far, Batman has like 2 out of 2 good games. Let's check out the third one. And here we have the third Batman game. So far, the other 2 games were actually very, very playable and worth actually investing some money into. Let's see what this one was, I believe, developed by Konami, and we have a little introduction here. Actually, it looks pretty damn impressive. Now this is the Batman animated series game, so it's based off the cartoon. See, there's the Batmobile. It looks very, very impressive for the Game Boy. That's the Batman, the animated version of Batman. So right away, as you can see there, the graphics on the introduction looks pretty damn impressive. And we have what appears to be the title screen right here. Batman, the animated series. A very, very impressive title screen. And I guess there is no main menu in this game. It went directly to a introduction before the game starts. So let's start the game. We have episode number 1, The Joke's on You. Alright, so this is Konami's rendition of Batman. Let's check this out. Figure out the controls on this. It's a little bit different than the other guys over at Sunsoft. What the hell is that? You can see there, he can actually control his arms. I'm not sure what the hell he's doing, but... Oh, there we go. So I guess if you want to go up there, you have to push up and jump. And somehow... Not sure how to do it. There is a way around. But once again, this is another platformer, and it appears to be a little bit more twisted. You have teddy bears that blow up and killer clowns. And Konami kind of stole this gameplay from Sunsoft. As you can see here, you can jump off the walls. The one thing that's interesting, if you hold the jump button down completely when you're jumping, you jump much higher than doing a normal jump. And once again, the character design in this game is really twisted. You can see there, we have some type of killer clown creature character that obviously wants to kill Batman. Now the controls are slightly different than the Sunsoft version, but the gameplay is pretty close to the same for the most part. But obviously here we have to hop from wall to wall. Graphically, I think the Sunsoft version of Batman that released before this one looked a little bit better, but the gameplay does appear to be very, very good on this game as well. I must say that the levels in this game appear to be a little bit longer than the previous Batman games. It still provides a pretty darn good challenge in the game because it's developed by Konami, so they know what they're doing when it comes to developing games. The game itself is pretty damn good. I still must give credit to Sunsoft. I think the graphics were slightly better on the previous version of the Batman game that released before this one. But this game is definitely worth getting because it's a pretty decent platform game, as you can see here. So far, Batman, 3 out of 3. The games are actually pretty decent. Let's check out the last Batman game. And here we have the last Batman game that released on the original Game Boy. This is designed by Acclaim. I believe it was developed by Probe, as you can see there. It's the title screen. The title screen really does not look that impressive. This is Batman Forever, so let's check out the game out. And we have what appears to be the difficulty level over here. You can do either easy, medium, or hard. We'll put it on medium for now. There appears to be some type of an introduction before the game begins. Alright, so this appears to be the game itself. And not sure what's going on here. Okay, so this appears to be like a beat-em-up game. Right away, it does resemble, definitely resembles Mortal Kombat. I guess that Probe might have something to do with Mortal Kombat, so they probably used the Mortal Kombat engine on Batman. You can tell just by the way he's standing there, it looks like Mortal Kombat. Now this game took me, I played this game previously, it took me a little while to figure out how to play this. When it comes to the actual gameplay on the game, the controls on it are really confusing. But once you get to the end of what appears to be the level right here, there's a little door here, but you really, like, you're wondering what the hell you're supposed to do here. This is the end of the level. There's no more enemies to beat up. For some weird reason, you have to push down up, which is the same thing as like one of the Mortal Kombat moves, down up. And you have to go up to the next stage right there. Straight out of Mortal Kombat. And you have to rescue some people right here. And once again, you have to beat up these enemies. Pretty much the same way Mortal Kombat's played. There's definitely certain things in this game that I still don't know what the moves are. The actual animation in the game itself, the character designs, they're not really that impressive in this game. But graphically, the game is like mediocre for the most part. But the actual animation on the game, how the characters actually move, are pretty impressive for the Game Boy. Like the uppercuts, and it looks literally like Mortal Kombat. You can see there I just rescued the character. And, okay, I guess I'm on the top floor because there's nothing up there. So how the hell do I get back down? That's a good question. Let's check this out. Okay, so you have to push down twice to get back down to the first floor. Once again, the controls, or how you play the game itself, is a little bit confusing. And then you advanced into the, what appears to be the next area of the game. I'm not sure if this is level 2 or what the hell is that? This is nothing but a beat 'em up. And there's really nothing much to it. You see there, I just got my ass kicked by this guy, and he's decided that he wanted to show off. I accidentally walked through the door by accident. So if you hold down select, for some reason, you can actually do this. I'm not sure what that is, but you can actually hide behind your cape. That's actually pretty cool. Not sure what exactly that does. Here we are on the second floor, looks like the same old stuff. Yeah, this game's definitely not as entertaining as the other 3 Batman games. But it's very playable once you figure out what the controls are. The controls are a little tricky. I guess overall, if you like Mortal Kombat and Batman, then I guess this is definitely the game for you.